What is up, guys? I have another recap coming in here. So this is actually a war that we just had in Omega with, I don't even know what to call them. It was one of those ones where you face a ton of, super rushed bases that have a higher offense than you, but just terrible, or higher defense than you rather, and just terrible offense. And so what it ends up kind of being is you try to get 2 stars, and they try to, I don't know what they do, get a star on the map, get war loot. They did have a 3-star up there on Fang. That might have been their only one. Yes, they just had that one triple, which is actually kind of hilarious. I should probably go make fun of him for that. But I mean, it's really frustrating. Hopefully, with the new matchmaking changes, it will get rid of that. But it is kind of nice, I guess, because the Town Hall 9s are able to mess with Infernos and Town Hall 10s on Eagle Artilleries without really, having to worry about the giant point defenses and things. But yeah, anyway, we got quite a few triples up top, which is kind of funny, I guess, because our Town Hall 10 and 11s were able to get triples on that, on the higher bases, but our Town Hall 9s were unable to get triples on, Town Hall 11s, right? Obviously. Goes all the way down to the bottom, to the second to the bottom. Really just crazy stuff. But anyway, I'll go and start the recap with Draven here, and this is actually a pretty awesome attack. I haven't really seen a mass dragon attack at Town Hall 11 for 3 stars, so I mean that's all it really is. It's dragons and a lava hound in the CC. He sends in his heroes to be able to snipe that air defense and also the Grand Warden, which is giving the buff to the building, so that's going to help his dragons out a little bit. Going to use his Queen ability and be able to get through there, and then just going to zap quake those back to ADs. And once everything is down, he's going to go ahead and start his... he didn't even need that other zaps or earthquake, so we just went ahead and used it on the Eagle to help get a little bit of damage down. The Lava Hound does die pretty quickly due to the Queen being on it and also the Eagle Artillery, but what can you do? The dragons are moving to the base though really nicely. They're going to get into this Town Hall, eventually get on the Eagle Artillery. Does get a couple shots in on that little group of dragons right there by the Eagle, but luckily they get inside just in time to be able to take it down without being shot anymore. Then at this point, as you'll see, there really is not much left. There's only that archer tower that can still shoot the dragons, so he's just going to have those 3 dragons be able to work all the way around the base and be able to get everything else cleaned up. So really a cool raid here from Draven, and I wouldn't have trusted mass drags, let's be honest, but still, it's very cool to see it. He's done very well with 2 stars on Town Hall 11s and mass drag, so he kind of has a much better feeling for it, I guess, than I do. So very nice, very nice. I think he had a 6-star war, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Next attack, we have Sorak going in. I think the reason that I want to show this raid is that it's really... Oh, wait, sorry. His other raid was bad. His other raid, he had Valks go all the way around the base and still somehow got a triple. But this is just a Queen Walk LaLoon. And really, I think I wanted to note on this how the Queen is going to target a wall in just a second. Typically, when things are 1 tile back like that, 1 tile out of the Queen's range, what she's going to almost always do is instead of going for that other little compartment on the right side, she's going to bust in the wall right in the middle. And if she does go over for the archer tower, she's going to bust in right after. But as you'll see here, once she takes out the cannon, she's going to bust the wall trying to get to that Queen compartment. He is going to go and wall break in, but as I mentioned, she isn't going to go that way, so it doesn't really matter. Does have that Grand Warden though, so as she's able to turn the corner over there, she will, push decently well into the base. He does go and get that golem down, wall breaks in, and has his king. So once it gets a shot off, going to send in the other set of wall breakers and his king in order to start pushing in. And those are going to kind of support the Queen as she pushes up right here. Does have the rage. She is going to start getting targeted by this Inferno in just a second. And pretty much right when that happens, he's going to go ahead and pop his Grand Warden ability. Getting a little ahead of myself, but there it goes. Maybe, pop, there it goes. And the Grand Warden ability first is better most of the time because it enables the Queen to get healed up better, because she actually doesn't heal up immediately when you use her ability. So using the Grand Warden ability helps out quite a bit. Then he's going to get his loons down, just basically dropping them on all these exposed point defenses. very easy to get them nice and spread here, to get them on all the important defenses. And once those are down, they're just going to all just completely destroy this one little side of the base. Does get the freeze down maybe a touch early in order to save wherever the eagle was targeting. I didn't actually notice where. And that's going to help him out quite a bit, as the loons are going to get in there and not let it get another shot off. He does have 5 loons in the pocket because, hey, why not? He's going to use those for cleanup then as everything moves around. Go and speed it up here as it goes on to the end. Very nice attack here from Sorak. Our next raid, we're going to go down to number 8. Oh, guess I better hit the button. Which is variabilistic, going in on their number 8 also. And this is just a weird raid. I couldn't really figure out why it worked. I guess it's kind of the same idea as like a mass golem type attack, right? Where you're going to streak across the middle. But he just has a buttload of giants here. He has a couple hogs in order to do a little bit of work when he gets the lure. But other than that, it's just giants and golems and some wizards. And then he's going to do a queen walk. But what's going to happen is the giants are going to get all in that second ring there. And the wizards are just going to work the way around the outside of the ring and clean up all those defenses. And it works beautifully. I just never would have thought about it. You know what I mean? So it's a pretty cool attack. I wonder if he was going for a triple and just happened to get a... Or going for a double and just happened to get a triple. But I don't know. It amazed me. I'll go and speed it up here. Sorry, I didn't hit the 2x button, but she's going around there. And does have to get that rage down, and that does have the healers being hit, but not a huge issue as they're able to get out of range in time. Sends in the giant and the hogs in order to get the lure and also get through that defense. And what that really is going to do is get the golems to go into the inside, right? So he does have some wizards that are going to streak around the outside. Has a little bit of tanking there with a giant. And all this through the middle goes down decently quickly, having the healers and just a buttload of wizards in order to keep everything alive with that single target inferno. Because honestly, it doesn't do that much damage, right? I mean, it does, but only to one defense or one troop. So that's not a huge problem when you have a bunch of wizards in there that are doing their thing, you know, right? Does have some cleanup going around in the north, and everything's going to work their way through in the core. Does still have the queen and has the healers on her. Does still have king ability, so they're going to be able to use. He's going to be able to use his ability rather and get down those western defenses. And at this point, it's GG. So a really cool attack here from variabilistic. No, it obviously wasn't a max base or anything, but still an 85k Town Hall 10 is an 85k Town Hall 10. Next attack we have is on 14 by Charlie. By the way, if y'all aren't subscribed to Charlie, y'all should totally subscribe to his videos. He does recaps from a bunch of different clans and also Omega, and it's just he does a lot more than I do. He's more active, I would say. But very good content though coming from him. He was originally in Omicron and did recaps over there, and has recently joined Omega. So he's gonna do a little queen walk here. Obviously, queen walk LaLoon is my raid of choice, so I love seeing him. Just watch them all day, which is kind of what I do as I'm farming. So Queen's gonna come down south there, be able to get that air defense, and then continue her walk around to the south, I assume, and eventually gonna get all the way over to the Queen, where he's actually gonna wall break her in, or maybe just jump in, I guess, and has a golem. Oh, it doesn't have a golem, actually. I apologize. So what he's actually going to do here, I just remembered, is go all the way through with the Queen. And what the Queen is basically doing is making both sides of the funnel, right? So as she's going to get down here to the south and take out that other air defense and continue her walk, the King is going to eventually have a perfect shot to the compartment with the Inferno Tower right there. So he's going to step up and be able to get all the way into the Inferno. It does take out a Tesla on the way. And a sweeper, which is actually going to help quite a bit too, as these loons are having to path into the wizard tower. So uses his ability, he's able to step up, and Inferno Tower goes down pretty easily. The rage, or the haste is going to go down, and then a freeze over that Inferno Tower. Loons are pathing quite nicely through the core there. Rest of the flight comes in, just to support that middle pack, and it's going to be GG. So a very nice attack here from Charlie. Very cool to see that. I don't really know what to call it. I guess the Queen double funnel. I don't know, making where she's walking behind, and then you're just sending the King through its path, taking advantage of the Queen, making both sides. And that's also very a very good strategy on a lot of Town Hall, anti-3 Town Hall 10s, so it's good to see practice like that, even in a joke war like this. Next we have, on their 19, we have Wiggum. Anytime a Town Hall 9 takes out a Town Hall 11, it's impressive. I don't care if it's only a 77k or if it's 100k, it's still impressive. He's going to come through and take out all these little point defenses right here, and eventually she's going to step up and go toward that cannon. He actually wanted her to walk over there to the right, but that's okay. Does have the rage there for her as she's being hit by 3-point defenses here. Or actually 4, rather. And she's eventually going to hit a wall and start going through because, hey, that's what they do. So once she's decently established, she's going to drop his king down in just a second here to take out the enemy queen, and send in a couple little hogs to help out the queen, and just send all his hogs in right there at the Inferno Towers. Has a rage, and does have a freeze, but actually going to save the freeze for the eagle. Doesn't actually need it though, so he just ends up holding it until he needs it for the queen wall. Does have a heal for the backside of the hogs. They're able to stay alive as they go through these point defenses through the core. Actually, they aren't able to stay alive with those Teslas and cannons and everything right there. But the queen is going to be able to make her way through that little middle compartment, middle moat, I guess, and be able to take out all these point defenses. And he does have that freeze also. So as she does kind of start dwindling down in health right here, he's going to go ahead and drop it on the Teslas and the Expo in just a second. I'll go ahead and speed it up as cleanup happens. It does have 2 poisons, which he is going to, I guess, just hold on to. Not much you can do with him now. Does have the king that's going to go down in just a second too, so he does get that freeze down. Expo goes down, Arch Tower goes down, and there's only just 1 point defense on her. Does have an extra couple hogs in the back end to help the rest of his attack kind of push through and then clean up his GG at this point. So a very nice attack here from Wiggum. Town Hall goes down. Oh man, I would have loved to see a 99% 1-star right there. It can't only happen to me, right? So next we have Brad going in on their 20. So he's going to do essentially a Mass Valk attack. So gonna get that queen going inside there. And she's actually, oh, I apologize, she's gonna go around the outside, which is good because she avoids that single target Inferno. And very good that she didn't actually turn around to go inside. Luckily there are 3 spots, three tiles in between her and the air defense, her range I should say, and just takes advantage of the hole that's in the base. Gonna drop a giant, or a golem in there rather, and have the Valks just go around all through the core, and then basically have the queen that's gonna go around all through the outside here, and be able to work her way through and take out, all the rest of the threat on this base, and then does have some wizard cleanup that is gonna help out quite a bit too. The Valks are able to take out the core. It did have the random healer that decided to join the Valks over there, which didn't really make much sense. It just kind of instantly died, but oh well. There's a lot of this game that you can't really explain, can you? King's going to go down in that compartment too to help clean up, and is going to do a little bit of tanking here also for those Valks. The Valks are going to get down those last defenses. Queen now made her way to the core and is able to reach all the other defenses from within there. And the Valks and the Wizards are going to be plenty to clean up the backside of this base. Going to use his hero ability just as cleanup help, and everything's going to make their way through nice and easy. So a very nice attack here from Brad. And next we're going to come down for our last one on 31 here by Scorpion. And this is a Qual, Queen Walk LaLoon. And the reason I like this is because he's actually starting from the middle. And one thing that I want to say about this is that Wizard that's over there in the southeast is going to be a great contender to be replaced by a Bowler, right? So as the new troop comes out, that Bowler is going to be able to take out that Archer Tower and that gold storage right there and be able to provide really good funneling for the Queen. So, and it's still probably going to stay alive too, which is also beneficial. So as you saw, the Queen kind of had to step over to get to that gold storage. The Bowler would just be able to do that all on his own, and then probably just follow the Queen in, probably be helping out with the cannon kill, and it's going to be really cool. I'm actually kind of anxious to see how that's going to affect queen walks. That's the biggest area that I'm interested to see it in. I don't think it'll be all that beneficial on its own. It's going to be a funneling troop, a extended funneling troop, I should say. Instead of bringing a giant and a wizard, a lot of the time you're going to be able to just bring a bowler, right? But the queen is going to make her way around right here, all through the south. You're going to be able to reach that expo, and I think doesn't take out the king. Stays out of inferno range and keeps moving around. And eventually he's going to jump into the queen, and does only have the 2 lava hounds to the backside because they are such low level point defenses. Yeah, so pretty low level Town Hall 10, but that's, I mean, what do you expect on this war? So he's just going to bust right through with his king and a jump spell, get to the enemy queen, poisons the CC. It doesn't affect his king too much because the queen doesn't go down, just has a sliver of health, but as you saw, a pup took her down in just 1 hit. Queen's going to step up and take out the Tesla, eventually going to step all the way up to the Inferno. As you can see right here, she doesn't really have anything shooting at her, just the Inferno, so that's not a huge threat to her, right? It's really not that much damage. Does go and pop her ability to be able to take out the king real fast right here, and I think was probably hoping to keep the Inferno beams off her, which she did, so that's very good. And then just that Inferno tower's last to go down, and the CC is going to make their way through the base. What's up, bud? So very nice attack here to Scorpion. And that concludes this terrible war. And we actually have a decent matchup now. A little bit of a rush clan, but let's see. I'm curious what their stats were. They had 1 3-star, 15 2-stars, and 8 1-stars. So yeah, awesome. We didn't really give too much thought to this war, but you know, you can get good practice out of it. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching, and take care. Hopefully we have some more good content coming to you soon. Peace.